Welcome to the Currency of Knowledge, a County National Bank wealth management podcast, the podcast where we unravel the layers of prosperity, explore the diverse meanings of wealth, and delve into the stories of those who have built their own versions of abundance. I'm your co-host, Christopher Phillips.
And I'm Holly Baker. Join us on this insightful journey as we redefine wealth beyond the balance sheets and uncover the true riches that life has to offer. Let's explore the essence of wealth in all its forms.
Christopher, welcome to the Currency of Knowledge, our educational series.
I enjoy our time together in the studio.
We did miss you during the podcast.
I'm sorry I couldn't be here.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I'm sure. Trent is so much fun. I did see Trent as he was leaving the studio, and I noticed that he was in what I would say a muted outfit for him.
Very much so. Yes, it was.
I guess he was trying to be a bit professional for our.
He was trying not
for our studio audience.
So what you missed, because it was really a good conversation, learned about his path into commercial lending, and then really learned, honestly, how it focuses a lot in similar ways to what we do, relationship building, and helping his clients, sometimes from start to finish, get the money to grow the business, start the business, and then what to do if they need to wrap it up. So
I'm excited to listen to it this time since I wasn't part of the conversation. Sorry that I missed it. Yeah. But, I think what we have, it's very exciting that we're in the Portage, Kalamazoo area, and the work that they're doing is really, growing our client base, growing our name recognition. And so it's really exciting to see the work that they're doing in that area and growing the bank.
Well, stay tuned and watch.
All right. Thanks so much, Holly.
You're welcome.
Trent, it's exciting to have you here today. We are doing another installment of the Currency of Knowledge, our educational series. You might notice we're missing one of our co-hosts, Christopher Phillips, but he's doing something else. Trent is a vice president of commercial lending in our Portage area, which we opened a couple years ago, if I'm correct.
2 years.
It's
Coming up on the
crazy.
2-year anniversary.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So good run over there so far?
So far, it's been a really good run. We're having a lot of fun. So
Good. A lot of success.
tons of success. We are expanding into new markets and growing the current market and enjoying everything we do.
Good. So how long have you been in commercial lending? Not just with us, but at other institutions?
This is my 25th year.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so quite a while.
Okay. And just so our viewers know, I think, a little bit about commercial lending. We had a series recently on ag lending. I'm still in the commercial area. But if you can just tell us a little bit about what your position looks like and kind of how you're helping your clients.
Yeah, so as I try to do a basic breakdown for a lot of people when they ask that question, and I just simply say when a business needs money or an individual needs money for a business opportunity, we are there to do the lending. And that can be anything from, a small physical therapy office who needs $20,000 to buy some equipment and open a new office, all the way up to, $20 million to do the construction of a assisted living center. So it's really kind of all over the board.
Great. And if someone comes to you, so if I were coming to you and said, okay, I want to open a new business, I need some cash to do that. What sort of documents do you need from me?
The quick answer is, a personal financial statement, which defines your personal net worth, your assets, and your personal liabilities. 3 years tax returns, typically for the individual, the company. If the company's new, we may ask for pro formas or projections, 2 to 3 years of projections, just to see that they understand what they're doing and understand the business and where it's going.
Okay. And the projections, what are those?
Projections are financial statements that typically the borrower will prepare, and they are, as they sound, the projections of the income. So the revenues, the expenses, the balance sheet. So they're, what they expect their assets side of the balance sheet to be, the liability side, and then how that grows year to year.
Okay. Looking back maybe at your client base, do you have instances where you've started perhaps with a client right out of the gate and then help grow their business through lending?
Yeah, so I've had one real good example recently. I say recently, the last 5 to 7 years. There was a local liquor store in Portage, or actually it's Texas Township, and they've been in the business, but I came in, got involved, and explained to them basically the inner workings of commercial lending and how it works and why it's good for them, and then worked with them, from that start through the point now where they have grown from $275,000 in annual revenues to, I think they're closing in at 2 million. So, just one of those things where you educate them on, the good debt and why it helps you grow, and you can use your cash then to increase your inventory and increase the appearance of the store. And then in that specific industry, they can buy barrel aged, full barrels of things and market those. So, yeah.
So real relationship building.
100%. Yeah. That's the best part of the job, is the people you meet, going out, seeing the projects, just talking to them and hearing the life story of how they go from A to B and then B to Z. I mean, it's kind of fun.
Yeah. And so you're there kind of walking them through this path, helping them either start, finish, or grow.
Yeah.
And then, so of course, here at CNB, we talk a lot about relationship banking. And I think if you look at all of our departments, we tend to do that well. I know you and I have worked together. You work closely with our private bankers. And so talk to me a little bit about when you're crossing over, you don't just do lending, but you're looking at all of their assets and how you feel perhaps maybe it's your job to help get them to someone else in the bank.
Yeah, so, like you said, within the bank, we have different departments that do different things. Private banking or trust are two of those things. Another good example is we have a young borrower. We just closed a loan for him. He's recently married, so he's starting a family. He's starting off in the commercial real estate world. He would be a good prospect for private banking or even trust as he grows and his assets grow and his family grows. But yeah, so it's fun to be able to take somebody like that, move them into different parts of the bank so you can grow the relationship. You can help them. There's each part of the bank offers different things and, different services that are good to have and make you successful.
Yeah. And necessary. It's almost like we're quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Helping them along the way. We'll be right back.
At County National Bank, you're not just a number. You need a partner, not just a bank. With 90 years of local Michigan banking experience, we're here to ensure your success. We offer a wide range of business loans, including commercial real estate, equipment financing, operating lines of credit, agricultural loans, and more. At CNB, decisions are made locally. Our loan officers are here to listen, and we are just a call or visit away. You can also contact us online at cnbb.bank. We can evaluate your financial picture and tailor a credit solution that fits your needs. County National Bank, where your story matters. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS.
And we're back. We're back with Trent. We're still talking about commercial lending a little bit. Now we're going to get a little personal.
No.
And so what got you into commercial lending and what's kept you in commercial lending?
All right. So to get into the commercial lending, when I was younger, a friend of mine's dad was a commercial lender, and he was always doing cool stuff in the community. You just saw that person, and you're like, that person's somebody. They're doing something. I mean, dressed nice and knew everybody, and I thought that was fun, and I really didn't think about it until I was just out of college, and I was doing underground sprinkling as kind of a side job, and I had graduated from Grand Valley with a degree in finance, and I thought, what am I going to do? I didn't want to be somebody who had to work late nights and early mornings. I wanted, something that seemed fun, and so I had popped into a local bank and just said, here's who I am, here's what I'm looking at. Is there any jobs available? And so I started as a credit analyst.
Okay.
And did not like that at all.
No.
It was I'm not a computer guy. I'm not somebody who likes to sit behind a desk.
But you have to go through the steps.
Sure.
And so I did a year and a half of credit analysis, and then was hired as a junior lender.
Okay.
And it was just fun. I mean, it was, you're out meeting business people, you're out meeting folks, you're seeing the different projects in the community, and you're a part of that.
Yeah.
And that was the fun. And I guess that's probably still the draw,
Okay.
is, the flexibility, the people, the relationships, being a part of these projects that, people don't know about until they're announced. And you're like, about
I did that. I helped with that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that, in a different way, but kind of similar to how we think of things, maybe in the trust world, a little bit in wealth, is really helping a client from the beginning to the end. So we're putting together a plan. You're putting together a plan to help them grow their business. We're putting together the plan to help them meet their goals throughout their life, and then hopefully have it end exactly how they want it. So I do love how our positions, although very different, always come back to the same thing, which is client relationship.
Yeah, helping people. I mean, that's, in the end, that's what it is. It's, you're helping people with a goal. I'm helping people with a goal.
Yeah.
And that's, again, that's fun. It's rewarding. It's always exciting to see a project go full term, and whether it's sold or, they keep working it, but to say, I was part of it. I'd drive down the road and I'll say to my son, I helped finance it, or I helped finance that. And it's just, that's fun.
Exciting. So you say to the end. So that brings me to a question about business succession. So as you're helping the clients grow their business, what do you do to help them transition their business?
As a lender, there's, we try to help guide and direct them to get good succession planning. And that's, typically talking with their accountants and a good attorney, and trying to figure out what that next step is. I've got a gentleman right now who owns a cidery. It's his by himself. He has no heirs. And so the question to him was, what are you going to do? I mean, what happens, unfortunately, if you pass away or you become incapacitated? What is that plan? So it's not always necessarily putting the plan together for them, but making them think about the plan and what their next steps would be. And he has a CEO and a CFO, and they'd actually put together a really good plan. But it's
planting the seeds.
It's planting the seeds and making people think about the things that they don't think about or don't want to think about. I mean, that's always scary when you're like, well, what happens if you die? I'm not going to die. Well, yeah, you might.
It's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we, in trust, experience that a little bit. Clearly, the dying part we experience. But the need for a succession plan and having those conversations. And so they spend a lot of time building their business and making it very successful, and then not having a plan in place to transition it. And then we do get our lenders involved sometimes with that, because you, of course, know the numbers and how that's going to work from a business perspective. So again, all about relationships and helping them along the way. One question we ask typically to our guests is, what is wealth? So what is wealth to Trent?
Wealth to me simply means I have the means to do what makes me happy. I would love to have 10, 20, $30 million in my back pocket. That'd be great, but I don't need that. I need a little bit to enjoy life, to do a little bit of traveling and, stay happy. It's really, for me, it's kind of that simple. It doesn't, it's just having enough wealth to make me happy. Yeah.
Wonderful. And honestly, so as we've done 16 plus of these,
Wow.
last season and then this season, that kind of is the overarching theme that people come forth with. What is wealth? It's family, friends, philanthropy. No one has ever really said a dollar amount. So it's interesting, as we sit here as bankers, we typically might think someone's going to give us a dollar amount, and that's not it.
I think most people realize that wealth is great to have, but if it doesn't make you happy, it doesn't do you any good. I mean, I guess I'd rather be sad and wealthy than sad and poor, but but if you're not happy, you're not happy, and so it doesn't, it's not curing that. So for me, it's just having what I need to, to continue to stay happy and be happy.
Well, thank you for joining us
My pleasure.
on the currency of knowledge. It was great to talk to you about commercial lending and to hear a little bit about what got you into it and what keeps you in it. And as a community bank, relationships are what's important to us. And so we also appreciate the relationship with you.
Well, thank you.